guys, today I'm going to be washing my hair and styling, and I'm going to go through with you the products that I use. Firstly, I use a tangle teaser just to brush through all of the hair, just to make sure I haven't got any knots and get any loose hairs out, because why wash dead hair? I use a tangle teaser because several years ago when I was quite ill, a lot of hair came out through every brush stroke I did. It was clogged up with hair. It was disgusting, and yeah, I felt rubbish from it, and yeah, so I just try to do whatever I can to protect my hair. Literally go through the whole lot underneath. Brush through it earlier so it shouldn't be too knotty, but literally go through all of the hair and underneath, because I'm going to be having my head tipped up in the bowl, so yeah, you want to make sure it's brushed through that way as well. The tip that I learned recently was to really shake the bottles up before you use the products. This is to make sure the active ingredients aren't separated in the bottle, so you want all the benefits to your hair. You don't want to have part of it done. So shake the bottles, and we're gonna, when we put it on our hands, rub it together before we put it in the hair, just to finish off our mixing process. Now, a great investment I made was with this saddle stool. So it's a stool you literally just roll around on, and it helps me move, so it's easier than trying to struggle to get on my feet. As an amputee, sometimes you get a bit wobbly, so it just helps me move from one position to the other, and it glides along, and it's quite fun because it swivels. I've just put a towel over my lap just in case there's any spills, and we're just gonna dunk the hair and try and get everywhere wet. I've got a flannel just to wipe over the hair that I can't dunk properly. Make sure you really get into like the middle bit, because that bit can stay dry for a while, and it also stays wet once you've washed it and you're trying to dry it. So yeah. So I've got quite dry areas, I don't know if you can see, around my hairline, and this can flake off quite easily into my hair, and it's not a look that I want exactly. So the first product I'm going in with is Head & Shoulders. It's known for its anti-dandruff properties, and this one is the deep hydration, and it's just to make sure my hair just doesn't flake off as easily, and it really works, gets rid of all the dandruff and flakes. So as I said, we're going to really rub it into the hands first, just to get all the product mixed together so all the active ingredients can go through all of the hair. I'm really going to try and focus on the scalp and around the hairline that I know is dry. So really massage it in with your fingers and your palms, and just tease it through the rest. And don't forget like the little sideburn bits, because they can get quite flaky as well. And I do put moisturiser on, but that can sometimes build up in your hair and then it makes it look greasier. So yeah, just go in with good shampoo. Now that I've got that on, I'm going to go through the rest with Tresemme, and this is Keratin Smooth. It has marula oil, and it is up to 72 hours of frizz control for soft and shiny hair, and it really does like tame the hair and stops it making, I don't know how else to describe it, but like a haystack in your hair. It's like dry and frizzy, and this really helps prevent that. So we're going to make sure this goes through all the ends as well as the top, just to help with like the flyaways and frizziness that you get throughout the week. And if you know you've got particularly greasy spots, you can like focus like massaging in them areas as well. And then just tease through with your fingers through the rest of your hair, and then make sure you rub the ends as well. And once that's all done, we're going to dunk the hair to wash off all the suds and get off any residue, because we don't want to leave that in our hair. As there's a lot of like shampoo in the water, I'm just going to change the water. So the reason that I do my hair in a bowl is because as an amputee it can sometimes be hard to shower. So I do wash every day, don't worry. But I just find it easier to make sure that my dressings and things don't get wet in the shower. And so I do the hair wash in a bowl, and it's just as easy, if not easier. So we're just going to dunk the hair again, just make sure we've got all that shampoo off. So the conditioner I've got at the moment is Garnier Ultimate Blends, and it's the Daily Nourisher Almond Crush. And like the shampoo, we're just going to rub it all together. And it doesn't lather up as much as shampoo, so we just make sure we get it everywhere. And then dry spots, add more as you need it. I want to really get the ends because I don't want to get split ends, so just keeping them hydrated and nourished is just beneficial in the long run. So also, if you dye your hair, or you have someone in the house that dyes the hair and they don't use all the conditioner that you get, when you dye your hair seems so soft, and I believe it's the conditioner. And just keeping these little bottles, if someone doesn't use it, why chuck it away? Leaves your hair so soft, and yeah, make sure you just go through all the ends again and through the dry spots, and we just leave it for like a minute or two before we wash. If you do get like some loose hairs come off, you can just get a tissue and put them in that. Just before, like if you can't really get up and do anything, just get some tissue and get that off, because you don't want to just like put that back through your hair and like then you just got like your hair coming out. Already I can feel that it is a lot softer than when I started, so just literally wring the hair out. Because the more water you get out now, the less you have to do when you've got the hairdryer. And then we're just going to towel dry the rest. So dab it, pat it down. So just be gentle so you don't rip out any other hair. I've got L'Oreal Kids detangling spray. I really need to buy some more detangling spray. But it seems to be mainly in the kids aisles that you can get it. And just spray that all over through the lengths of the hair, just to prevent any more breakages. Put the hair in the turban, just to like soak up any extra moisture. The more the better. And voila. Now that we've taken the towel off, we're just going to brush through, because we've already used the detangling spray. Just make sure there's no knots. There's a product, I don't know how well it works, but you can only use it when you blow dry your hair, and it's Wella Liquid Hair, and it's meant to help with the bonds in the hair to prevent breakage. So I put it in just in case it does do something. I think it's also meant to add volume, who knows. And then finally, at this stage, we're going to use the got2b Guardian Angel Heat Defense Spray, which we're going to apply. Make sure you cover your whole hair, because we know that heat can damage hair. So if we are going to use it, make sure you condition and give your hair the things that it needs to prevent it drying out, breaking, all that horrible stuff. Literally cover everywhere, and if there's spots that you know you're going to be having to straighten more, just focus on them. Just cover all bases really. Then we can lightly brush through the product through the hair. Now we're ready for drying. With drying, we just want to make sure we literally get everywhere kind of dry, so when we style it, the style stays. Because if it's left damp, then it can start to crinkle again if you've got wavy or curly hair. So I'll start underneath, and then we'll flip the hair and work from there. Now that I've flipped it, I'm just going to brush through this direction, just make it a bit easier. I mean, you do want to dry the hair in the direction you want your hair to be when it's styled. Yes, we just did it the other way, but it's still very wet, so it's okay at the moment. Although my hair is a lot softer than it would have been without using the product, it still does go a bit puffy. So I'm going to go in with, tell me they're ready, GHD Original Professional Styler, and this will help just calm down all this puffiness. So I am going to separate the hair into different segments, and I secure the hair back with a claw grip. So if you're not using the straighteners, put them down on a heat-proof mat. Now with straighteners, I can only straighten my hair, funny enough. A lot of people can curl their hair with straighteners. I have tried and I end up with right angles coming off of my head. So we shall stick with straight for now. Naturally my hair is like wavy curly, but it's a bit difficult to make it look tame. I'm sure there's products that will help with that, and it's just making sure I feel like I want to stay on top of it. Try and, the best you can, try and not go over the same segment tons and tons of times, because you don't want to dry it out, even though we've used the heat defense spray. But as we're going along the hair, when we bring down the other segments, we'll be going over the hair anyway. So just do it to the amount that it's like it is straight, but without being like it's straight, but make sure. And you just want to straighten it in the direction that you want the style to be in. Because say I wanted my hair like strict parting, and I sweep my hair back whilst I'm straightening it, it won't sit right. It just won't. It makes sense, okay? Just trust the process, okay? Now, the thing I found that with if you straighten your hair on the day, it won't necessarily be great the days following on from that. It will still be better than it would have been, but you may need to go over it a day or two later. But this will just make sure that when you do it then, it's a lot easier. So it doesn't take long once it's like a day or two later, just to like top it up, and it will then, because it's completely dry, it will just stay straight. So now that the bottom part is straight, we're just going to take the clip out. I'm going to separate that and just like get one little bit more segment that we're going to clip back. It would help if I didn't drop everything. Ugh. As you can see, as it's drying, it's already started to go a bit crinkly. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but yeah. That's why that's because it was clipped back as well. So that shows when it dries, if it's in a certain position, it's going to dry in that shape. So that's why I said style it and separate it into the style that you want. Now these, my front bits, they really stick out, which is what kind of made me want to start straightening my hair again. Because I had a time when they were just literally just stuck out in any direction, and it just wasn't it, okay? So now I try and take a lot more effort into my hair and make sure that I treat it so it makes me feel a bit more presentable, a bit more confident in how I look, because I am very insecure. So when I do get hate comments, yeah, it really helps my self-esteem. I'm wondering, what products do you guys use when you style your hair? Do you style your hair? How often do you wash it? I do mine maximum once a week. I try and go as long as I can without doing it, but once, as I say, the dry skin in my hairline, when that starts to flake off, it makes me feel a bit less put together. I don't like seeing it. And also when it gets greasy, I do use baby powder, like talcum powder, in between, and it acts like dry shampoo. You just got to be careful, like with dark hair, it can make your hair turn a bit grey, so you want to do it before you brush it and style it, and it just kind of like takes away that greasy wet look. Also, baby powder is a lot less expensive than dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is ridiculous amount of money. Yes, it does work, some, but I don't know, it is a lot of money when talcum powder does the same thing. Finally, we're on to the last segment, and I like to do this one backwards. I just find if I have a parting going on, it just falls in front of my face, and I then just get annoyed and end up bunging it up in a ponytail because I'm just annoyed with it. Today my hair wants to be really curly. It ain't gonna be. So I think I'll still then section this part off to be like work from the back part that I've just put down. Just to make sure I manage to get it all. We're just taking little bits at a time, working from the back to the front, just to make sure that when I finish my hair, it will lay correctly and not just like be kinked out from underneath. I just want to make sure them front bits are going like to the side, just so it sits correctly. So as you can see, this bit and this bit is the flyaway bits because they're like baby hairs, and they're the bits that I'm kind of like want to keep down, and the rest I kind of like pull back. And as I said, like just doing my hair and making sure it's in good condition, investing in these products just helps me feel a bit more put together, because self-care is sexy, okay? And it just helps manage my hair for days ahead. It just makes it all tame, and I don't have to think about it too much and have to work on it every single day. So just putting that little bit of time and effort in really eases my stress in the long run. So yes, it's not the most fun task in the world washing your hair, but does it help me in the long run? Yes. Does it reduce my stress? Yes. Is it good for my mental health? Yes. And we're basically done for now. When the hair has cooled down completely, I'll be using another product just to finish the look off. So as you can see, my hair is pretty fluffy still. There's a little bit of a kink, but I can just top that up in a day or two. I'm going to go in with Garnier Ultimate Blends Banana Nourishing Cream. I love the hair food products because they just literally tame your whole hair. So I'm going to go through the ends. And why am I wearing a glove? Because I want the product in my hair, not being absorbed into my skin. Literally just kind of go all over. You can use it as like a styling cream, but also just like nourishes. Make sure you get underneath and just kind of just run your fingers through your hair. Just kind of like, I just like rub the ends like just to make sure all the product is in. Tames flyaways, and as you can see, it's defluffed it and just kind of makes it just nice finishing touch. So yeah, it will dry, soft, and there we go. There you are, that's my hair wash and style routine. If there's anything you want to know, drop a comment, and have a great day.